welcome to another edition of the Disney Morning Show, starring your friend and mine, Kyle Burbank. How you doing, Kyle?
I'm doing well, Doobie. How about you?
I'm doing okay, and today's special guest star is me, Doobie Mosley, co-founder here at Laughing Place. I need to send Kyle something real quick. While I speak this intro, Kyle, why don't you read these lyrics in case you have forgotten? We're going to bring you what's going on in the world of Disney and otherwise this morning. Lots going on the Disney Treasure. We've got some breaking news this morning as well. Got a review coming up. Some fun stuff. No pocket pick today. And of course, we are going to test Kyle's Disney knowledge. But first, we're going to start the way we start every show. And that is with a look at the stock price when Doobie remembers to click add to stage. And today's stock price brought to you by my mouth. Yesterday, we were at 114.17. Let us scroll down here and see what we've got. 114.46, steady as she goes, which makes perfect sense this time of year. Disney stock price not going up, not going down.
Hoping for a Santa Claus rally in the coming weeks.
Yeah, that happens, doesn't it? All right. I also should mention, since he just popped in the green room, we do have a guest coming for you later today. It is Skeleton Crew Wednesday, so Mike Celestino is going to be on to talk with us, spoiler-free, about the Disney Plus show currently airing. Skeleton Crew, that's coming up later in the show. But right now, let's get our favorite AI. Here's Ethan.
Are you just trying to beat me to it?
Good morning and welcome to another LP Disney Weather Report. Ha ha ha. Hi. Ha ha ha. Hi. So true. Funny how it seems. Always in time, but never in line for dreams. Head over heels when toe to toe. This is the sound of my soul. This is the sound. I bought a ticket to the world, but now I've come back again. Why do I find it hard to write the next line? Oh, I want the truth to be said. Ha ha ha. Hi. I know this much is true. Ha ha ha. Hi. I know this much is true. Let's get to the weather. Anaheim will be cloudy today but still make it to 74. Walt Disney World will hit its 78-degree high early as a cold front will sweep through in the afternoon along with a marginal chance for severe storms, including a low-end tornado and wind threat. These storms are expected in the early afternoon and, once they're done, it will be about 10 degrees cooler. Temps will continue to fall to an evening low of just 51. Castaway Cay is 77 again today. Meanwhile, Lookout Cay at Lighthouse Point will see a high of 80 but cool a couple of degrees as the day goes on. Disneyland Paris is overcast again tonight with temps in the upper 30s. Tomorrow, Tokyo will be sunny but barely break 50 degrees. Shanghai will do slightly better, making it to 51 tomorrow with a low of 44. Lastly, Hong Kong will spend the day in the mid-60s with partly cloudy to mostly sunny skies. And that will do it for another Disney weather update. Have a great day and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.
Kyle,
breaking news.
Yeah, we do. What is it?
Flower and Garden dates have just been announced for 2025. Next year at Epcot, it will run from March 5th through June 2nd. And this is the 30th year of Flower and Gardens. That's pretty cool. They also gave us a... Go ahead.
Is it 30 in a row?
Well, I don't... Yeah, they... Would have they have done one in 2020? I don't know if they would have.
I don't think so.
Might have started. I don't know.
Yeah.
But they did also give us a tease about some of the... This is not the full lineup of Garden Rocks.
Oh, geez. Sorry.
But they've given us some of the list, and we were laughing at some of the billings. These are the billings as listed by Disney. Tommy DiCarlo, former lead singer of Boston. Air Supply, 50th anniversary celebration. Blue October, which is just a band. I think they do that Hate Me Today, Hate Me Tomorrow song. Am I doing that right? Rick Springfield.
Needs
Jesse's
no introduction.
Girl.
Needs no introduction.
Herman's Hermits, starring Peter Noon. Rick, have I ever told you about how Becca hates my Peter Noon impression?
No.
I'm Peter Noon. Yeah, he's got a Sirius XM show, and she gets really annoyed by him. But he'll be there in March 21st and 22nd. 38 Special, Hold On Loosely. Good group. And then finally, perhaps the best billing, Jason Sheff, longtime singer of Chicago. Not the original, not the current, just longtime singer.
Oh, what happened? There we go. So they capitalized the L in long time, but not the S. So it must not be the full title. But why the capital L in long time? I guess it's after a comma. It just feels right. Mo, because up here is Tommy
Well, no, because
DeCarlo.
former, yeah, inconsistencies on the
Is this
Disney Parks blog.
inconsistency or is that the title of the artist? Jason Chef, longtime senior Chicago. Because this is literally Herman's Herman starring Peter Noon. I believe that is how they build themselves. That's how the checks are made out to.
Yeah.
So, all right. We have some other breaking news, but we're going to wait and share that with
I'll just
do that
hold
with
on,
our
let me just hit
special
you with a
guest.
little. That's a preview.
Yeah, I will let our special guest know it is Simpsons related. So we will wait and talk about that with our Simpsons editor who will be on with us today. He looks a lot like our Star Wars editor. Okay, what else we got? Disney Treasure continues. I believe this is our boys' final full day on the ship. I believe they're getting off tomorrow for this abbreviated 3-day cruise, but the articles keep flying. Fast and Furious just put up a new show. New show for the Disney Treasure, the Jungle Cruise, an interactive story adventure. They've got photos, so they have a Moana show coming to the Disney Cruise, and you're not allowed to take pictures and video inside the shows, but they were able to get a preview of some of the puppetry and stuff. So this is some of the best looks you'll be able to get of this on the internet. Look at me forgetting to put my.
So some of them are their photos, and some are ones that Disney released. So we get a look at the actual show itself as well, including some of the cast, including what I think I dubbed Dad Bod Maui.
Which is Maui, despite the fact he's played by The Rock in the show. He is not exactly Rip. What do you think, Kyle?
I'd watch it.
What do you think of this thing in particular? This feels a little I don't know.
Baby Moana, I think it works.
Okay.
You're not gonna get a real baby to play her. So.
No, but no, I have nothing negative to say. Okay. So anyway, go check out that. What else they got? They've got
Tafiti looks a little concerned about all the vloggers that are gonna come see her.
Which they undoubtedly are right now. They've also got a look at the Choose Wisely show, which we talked briefly about yesterday, which we found out this is a show for adults on the ship, which don't get crazy. Adult shows on the Disney cruise are 18 and older, but they're not like.
They don't even
They
have
still have rules.
It doesn't even have profanity. It just has some innuendo. So
Yeah.
you can watch the video. It's not age gated or anything.
I went to see Match Your Mate on our last cruise. First time I've seen Match Your Mate on the ship, basically the Newlywed Game, and even that, which innuendo galore, but they do not even allow even the slightest bit of profanity on that show. So it's good. I mean, it's my kind of adult show. I'm very
prude.
We got to look at which I called the Kill Goodnight, but I'm pretty sure that's a typo. The Kiss Goodnight on the ship, which is a thing they do each night, kind of put the ship to sleep.
The L and the S are nowhere near each other on the keyboard, by the way. I was ready to give you grace, and then I'm like, wait a second.
So it's themed to Aladdin. They do this on the Wish as well.
Wait, let's listen.
Where it's flat and immense and the heat is intense.
They couldn't even there's so many things they should have done differently. Either don't use this song, that's choice number one. Number two would be to cut the first part of the line because it's just weird to have one part missing. Or three, just cut it's barbaric and then just have, hey, it's home. Even that would be better. It's just so weird.
Do what they did in the live action Aladdin, which was change the lyric to it's chaotic, but hey, it's home. So,
and they changed the line before that as well. It looked like I've never actually seen the live action. I've heard it's one of the better ones. But
better than, in my opinion, the minority, but in my opinion, better than the animated feature.
Yeah, very strange decision on their part to just have a sound effect of sand. Maybe that's why you put "Kill Goodnight" is because they killed that line in the song, which I get. I understand why you're like, oh yeah, even this isn't great, but just weird decisions all around of how to handle it.
It is, but that aside, I love this Kiss Goodnight. I love the Kiss Goodnight on the Wish. I love that they've added Kiss Goodnight.
Nope, it's officially Kill Goodnight here on out. I can't think of anything else.
Kill Goodnights to these ships. It's a really, really cool. And I love that. I mean, obviously this is the media crew, so people are out to see it for a reason, but I've seen the Kiss Goodnight on the Wish and people are out there. People come to see it. It's really cool. Like you can see some people there laying on the ground to watch it. That's kind of a thing. If you lay on the ground looking straight up at the chandelier for the Kill Goodnight.
It's like hub grass.
Yeah. So lovely. And let's see. So just like I said, this is their last full day on the ship. It's coming. The ship is going to be covered so well. It's so nice. When we did this on the Wish just wasn't done, and it was so hard to get good coverage. The ship is so done right now, and it's going to be chronicled both by us and everyone else like no other. And for someone like me who may never get on it, I love being able to have it. I love this.
What do you mean you might never get on it? Like, come on. That's like saying, I don't know when I get to Disney World again. Be like, oh, you mean like in 2 months probably at most? Like,
I make no presumptions. I have no cruise booked. I have 2 cruises booked right now, neither one on the Treasure. So,
oh, well.
so who knows if that's going to happen? I mean, if I had none booked, I would say, yeah, probably the next one would be on the Treasure. But I have 2, and neither on the Treasure. You never know. I do love what they're doing with the ship. From the when you board the ship, instead of having the crew staff clapping and everything, and just the generic blue and whites or whatever, they have themed dress. I should have had that picture ready. The Kids Goodnights. This ship and the entertainment, the indie show, the Jungle Cruise show. Usually, when you go on a Disney ship, the ship is beautiful. The entertainment is interchangeable from ship to ship. This ship has such themed, even entertainment with, like I said, the indie show and the Jungle Cruise show that. You feared that they were just going to redo the Wish with a different theme, but they actually it looks like they said, no, let us really lean in, I hate that term, into this Disney Treasure theme. And it makes me really excited for what they're going to do with the Destiny now. So, aces. And Kyle, do you have any suggestions for people if they see all this coverage and say, dang it, I'm booking my trip today?
Yeah, if you want to book, we recommend our friends at mousefantravel.com. If you can even go to mousefantravel.com as I scroll through trying to find my banner. Yeah, mousefantravel.com/laughingplace is the best place. Or you can go to any of our articles, scroll down the bottom, you can fill out an interest form and they'll get in contact with you. And that way you don't have to worry about if it gets rebooked or if there's a sale, they'll get it, the offer, they'll take care of it for you.
Make sure you get the best price. Great service. We love Mouse Fan Travel. Yeah, I like the welcome. This ship is beautiful. I'm mad that I'm not on it. I mean, I'm not mad. I'm not on it. I got a job, but you know what I mean. I'd like to thank the Nermi for this shirt. Thank you very much. It's about 5 years old. No, goodness, about 15 years old. So I guess I technically don't have to say thanks anymore. Also, she's not a company. I just want to say hi, Nermi. If you happen to hear this. All right, next up. I'm going to skip to Jonny Grogu because I'm sick of talking, Kyle.
Jonny Coyne or Cohen? I don't know how to say it. I'm going to go with Coyne. He's going to be in The Mandalorian and Grogu. He'll reprise his role as the Imperial Warlord, which you might have seen in Chapter 23 of The Mandalorian, which was in Season 3. And he joins the cast that they've announced so far, including, of course, Pedro Pascal. You also get Sigourney Weaver, and as we talked about yesterday, Jeremy Allen White.
Were we not able to find a free picture of Jonny?
Well, so like he was in the thing before, but because Disney Plus doesn't let you screenshot, and because whatever scene he was in, like I could only find like very horizontal or very vertical photos rather.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can screenshot my Disney Plus. I do it all the time for trivia. I wonder why. All right.
Do you use Firefox?
No.
I don't know.
I'm not anti-establishment. I use Chrome.
Okay.
Like a normal person.
Chrome doesn't work on some other computers, so I don't
know. Let's see. Over at Tokyo Disneyland, they will soon be having the Palooza Vanellope Sweet Pop World Parade that is coming next year at January 15th through March 16th. That is not the right picture. Disney's Palooza Vanellope Sweet Pop World, which is just a mouthful. It's set to last approximately 35 minutes. It will include 3 performance stops in Western Land, Cinderella Castle Plaza, and Tomorrowland once daily. And they have released costumes for Mickey Mouse and what he's going to look like. And there he is. There's also Minnie Mouse. You can check her out. And so that is what's coming out of this. What do you think, Kyle Fashionista?
Sweet.
Perfect. All right. Is that it?
That's all, because we're dropping the other thing to Around LP.
Yeah, we're dropping the other thing to Around LP.
Right. Well, then.
And I've had my share of bad reviews. I still remember my first good one, though. Everything else in this production of Our Town was simply terrible. Joey Tribbiani was abysmal.
So to the best of my knowledge, my son has never seen a minute of Friends other than that intro right there. So last night I was doing some air quote stuff with him, and I said, Gideon, go to YouTube. You're sitting with me. He searches up after me. Type in Friends air quotes. So he did it, and he watched that scene, and he was.
I'm sorry.
He was dying. So it was the earlier scene. Yes, I'm sorry, that was it. Yes, he was dying so hard when when Ross went to punch him in the face and he ducked, he was crying. When Joey punched Ross in the face, he was dying.
Never
And
be
then-
just friends. You did it.
when the
Thanks.
Jordan- See, that's what I wanted to show him, but that's a callback later in the episode, right?
Yeah. He
Yeah.
uses it correctly, but then does it wrong again.
Yeah, so that's what I was hoping to show him, and this wasn't in the clip. This was just the I'm sorry. So I need to find that part. If you find that, send it to me so I can show it to him tonight.
Okay.
Anyway, with that intro, let us go to a review of Disney Pixar's Dream Productions, which, according to reviewer Alex, channels The Office in a dreamy Inside Out spinoff, which just sounds so good. So this is by Alex Rice. He says, Dream Productions, a Pixar animated series on Disney Plus, bridges the events of Inside Out and its sequel, exploring the dream-making studio inside Riley's mind. It blends humor, heart, and a mockumentary style with the standout performances by Paula Pell and Richard Ayoade, offering a fresh yet familiar extension of the beloved franchise. Fans will enjoy its engaging exploration of Riley's evolving adolescent mind, and delightful cameos by the core emotions. Reviewer score estimated 8 out of 10.
Which is correct because he gave it a 4 out of 5.
This sounds, at least kind of tonally, a little bit like Forky to me. This is like, I've never been so excited for something like this on Disney Plus since Forky asked a question. I will definitely be checking this one out.
And it is full episodes. But they were so vague before, we thought maybe it'd be shorts because you'll remember Win or Lose and this swapped release dates. So we're like, oh, maybe this one got done earlier because they're shorts. But no, they're 21-minute movies.
What does Tony have to say?
TV shows.
Speaking of last night's trivia, I heard a rumor that I should expect 8 times my usual appearance. I still haven't watched that. I should find that and play it here.
It was horrifying.
I've got to find that on DTL yesterday because I was living it, but from our end we couldn't tell what was going on, so I haven't seen it. Why don't you go ahead?
And the rest.
So
All right,
the
you're
Seattle
first. Yay.
Symphony. I put this story in even though I didn't make the lineup, but for Nikki B, you can go see Black Panther live in concert at the Seattle Symphony. They'll be doing this live to film thing. It'll be January 3rd through the 5th. So the January 3rd and 4th, which is a Friday, Saturday, they'll have nighttime performances, and the 5th is a Sunday. They'll have a matinee. As part of this, Masaba Diop will be playing. You know, if you've heard the Black Panther soundtrack, it's got that talking drum, that very distinct Senegali. Is it Senegali? I don't know. That drum from West Africa. So they're going to have someone playing that, which is going to be pretty cool. And it's kind of similar to what they've done at like the Hollywood Bowl. They do the live to film thing. But yeah, if you're in the Seattle area, you can go get tickets. They start at like $53 before fees.
Our biggest fan lives in the Seattle area. We should send her to cover that.
Okay. It's not a bad idea.
I mean, I have no power here, so don't get excited.
Do we have $61, I think is what it was after fees?
Do I know? All right, over at Orlando. Why did I say that? Over at Universal Studios Orlando, they have unveiled commemorative license plates in partnership with Give Kids the World. Disney did something like this not so very long ago. Universal getting the act. Everyone getting the Charity Act. It's wonderful. Central Florida drivers have a new commemorative license plate option with Universal Orlando Resort's new vanity plates. Featuring the iconic globe, these plates benefit the nonprofit Give Kids the World, as I hope everyone watching this now knows. And frankly, every Disney fan. Give Kids the World is best known for their Give Kids the World Village. The accessible theme park provides children with critical illnesses and their families with week-long, cost-free vacations, which is a great thing if they're visiting Central Florida or even if they're not able to leave the village. So been there, beautiful place. They do some wonderful work.
I'm going to call an audible and bring on our guest a little early to discuss this next story with me as well.
Do you feel that there's a lot of upward mobility in the Muppets organization?
Star Wars crochet finger puppets. Wow, real raptor.
I had a scooter action figure when I was very young, like 4 or 5 years old, and my dog chewed it all up. Hi everyone, it's Mike Celestino with Laughing Place.
And there he is, most of them. There we go. Go ahead, Cal.
Hi, Mike. The first story I wanted to talk to you about is Diego Luna announced as the latest celebrity joining Celebration Japan 2025. You're going to be there. Are you excited to see Diego there?
Yeah, very excited for Diego. Obviously, he'll be promoting the second season of Andor, which starts right around the same time as Star Wars Celebration Japan in April this year.
Yeah, April 18th to the 20th is when this will take place. And some of the other names that have been announced so far: Alan Tudyk, Anthony Daniels, Tamara Morrison. Is it Doug just Chang? Is that how you say it?
I say Chiang, but I'm not sure exactly how he says it.
And of course, Ashley Eckstein or Eckstein, depending on your mood. They'll all be there, as will Mike Celestino and Benji, covering all of this excitement for us.
I believe her official name is, and of course, Ashley Eckstein when it comes to a Star Wars event.
Yeah, I think last time I was like, who are the first 3 people you would expect to be announced for an event? And it was Ashley, Anthony, and I forget who the third one is now, but yeah.
So, Mike, we're going to start there. That's fine. You're in charge.
Out of the way. It's breaking news, dude.
You're
you
right.
Want to hold back breaking news?
No, I don't. Thank you for keeping me on the straight and narrow. Mike Celestino, are you excited for? Oh, Mike, in addition to being our Star Wars guy, he's our Simpsons guy. You're excited for? Oh, come on, faithful.
So I will be seeing this Friday evening at El Capitan Theater. I am excited for some Simpsons on the big screen. It's a double-length episode. I will say I watched and reviewed the Family Guy holiday special that was released on Disney Plus and Hulu. Was it on Disney Plus?
I think it was Hulu, but if you have Hulu, then
yeah.
It's on Disney Plus.
And I was a little disappointed by that one because it really just felt like an episode of Family Guy that they didn't air on Fox because they didn't have Family Guy on Fox for the fall schedule this year, and they just decided to dump it on Hulu. But this one, because it is double length, it feels like maybe it was intended to go to streaming. So I'm a little bit more excited. I haven't watched the trailer.
We're gonna watch. We're gonna watch it right now together. It's only 30 seconds long.
Let's do it.
This does come on Disney Plus on December 17th.
Christmas is coming!
I am Santa.
Homer, you are not Santa.
Freeze!
What the? You were helping of it.
Santa!
I like the sexy Sudokus.
Was I supposed to be able to hear the dialogue there? Or
yeah, there wasn't a ton of dialogue, and it was slightly behind. But that's how. At least it wasn't Tony 8 times.
It was the Die Hard Christmas song music playing throughout the whole thing, though. I'm sure it has a name beyond that. I was watching
Ode to Joy.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Okay.
I was watching Die Hard last night, so on my mind. Okay, so the other reason we bring Mike on, he is our Star Wars guy, and he did his latest recap and review as he does every week for Skeleton Crew. We're keeping it spoiler free here, so no need to worry.
Okay.
But Mike, what did you think of? First of all, what's your general thoughts on Skeleton Crew so far, and then what did you think of the latest episode?
Why do I look gray? Do I feel like my skin just looks gray?
Because you're made of stone.
I have my ring light on. I don't know. Maybe it's the color temperature. Should I not be worried about that? Oh, here we go. There we go. That's a little bit better.
Is that better? Okay. You happy now?
Yeah. I am really into Skeleton Crew quite a bit. I want to kind of humble brag and say that I saw these first 3 episodes like several weeks ago. So now everybody's finally caught up to me.
Wow.
So I'm happy about that. And next week will be all new for me. Yeah, it has the same, I would say, like fun balance of adventure and humor and great characters and great performances. This is the first episode that we really got to spend a lot of time with Jude Law's character, and he's turning out to be a lot of fun. Although he is, kind of a scoundrel pirate type character. We don't really know where his allegiances truly lie. There he is with director David Lowery, who directed last night's episode. He's done a bunch of stuff for Disney. What's up?
I just assumed this was a shot from the show. So then when you said it's director, I guess the laptop and mask probably should have given it away.
Yeah, so this show was delayed a full year, so they would have shot it back when the COVID restrictions were still active in Hollywood. But I'm really, without spoiling anything, it's tough to talk about it a whole bunch, but I still am really enjoying it. I would say it's consistent in quality with the first two. If you enjoyed those, check out episode 3.
And like you seem to be doing every week, you also have an article on the Easter eggs of Star Wars Skeleton Crew 3. There are quite a few this week.
There's one big one that made me, when I first saw it, I was like, wow. And I had some Star Wars friends that I texted with about it who also had access to the early screeners. And if you're like a really, really long time Star Wars fan going back to the very beginning of like the expanded universe stuff, you're going to be excited about it. Otherwise, people are going to be checking out my Easter egg article to find out what it meant. Hopefully.
So I don't want to show anything from this article because I don't know what's a spoiler or not. But
right, the big one is at the top, and the rest are all like little homages and references that come up through the episode.
And if you have seen Skeleton Crew and you want to hear some in-depth talk about it with Mike Celestino, you got a Who's the Boss coming up?
Who's the Boss will be tomorrow evening with first-time guest Patrick Rediker. And I think 5 p.m. Pacific time, 8 p.m. Eastern.
Cool. And then that'll be on podcast, his Who's the Boss podcast, once I do what I have to do to finally get it to show up. What's the name of your guest again?
Patrick. So I'm still not sure how to pronounce his last name. I'm going to ask him before the show. Radiker or Radiker?
Okay, because you said I thought you said Rediker. Yeah. Any World War Z fans between the two of you? The book?
I've seen the movie.
Okay, not the book, because the Rediker plan is like a big part of World War Z. He is the guy who figures out how to stop the zombie things by sacrificing millions and millions of people to get the zombies to chase them so the rest of society can survive. And it's the Rediker plan, and it drives him crazy to where he only talks about himself in the third person from his insane asylum. So this is probably not the same guy. Okay.
No, people have the same name sometimes. Just like really? I used to think maybe the Dharma Initiative had something to do with Dharma and Greg. I thought there was a connection there.
I feel like that's a good YouTube video waiting to be made.
You'll appreciate this, but my handle on Xbox back 20 years ago, God, when Lost was airing, my handle was the Greg Initiative.
That's so cool. I love that. What else are you working on, Mike?
Got a new Star Wars comic book coming out today that I'll review. Not a whole lot this week. I was out in the field a lot last week, but I think I'm mostly working from home this week. You want to talk about The Lion King? Can we talk about Mufasa?
You can share your social reaction.
My social reaction.
Right.
Yeah.
Have you published the full review yet?
No, the full review embargo has not dropped yet.
Well,
but
then let's
this
get your
counts as
social reaction, because this is a social platform, so you can react to.
Well, I think I said it kind of suffers from prequelitis a little bit. They do the thing where some of the Star Wars prequels have done, where they explain things that don't need explaining in the Lion King universe.
We find out how Mufasa got his name.
That
was a joke.
Kind of. No, you
like
kind
of
did. There's other big things that you're like, well, I didn't need to know how that could be. And otherwise, I thought it was entertaining and fun. I thought the music was pretty good, but not on par with some of the other Lin-Manuel stuff that I am familiar with. Yeah, and a little overlong, like I said there. But otherwise, mostly pretty good. I think families will enjoy it.
Where is he?
I'm not there.
Sorry, Mike.
You're good. Yeah, that first one, the Jon Favreau one from 2019 was such a huge hit. I don't know if it's gonna rack up the same kind of box office business that one did, but hopefully it'll be a nice hit for Disney.
Yeah, that's something they've really been lacking lately between Inside Out 2 and Moana 2. They just can't get a hit. It's so frustrating. Deadpool and Wolverine, this poor company's lagging. Anything to declare before you go, Mike?
I mean, I think Disney gave me this hat, but it was more than a year ago.
So we don't keep it to yourself. All right. Well, thank you for joining us. I will see you again in probably about 15 minutes for our morning meeting. And Mike Celestino, you can find all his work here on Laughing Place. And have you been appearing anyplace else you want to promote? Feel free.
Oh yeah, I'm on Skywalking Through Neverland. Our friends who also have a Star Wars podcast, they did a whole episode about Skeleton Crew last week. I'm the guest for that, so you can listen to me talk about that show in spades. And I think that's it. Yeah.
Okay.
For now.
All right. Thanks, Mike. We will see you later.
Yep.
We'll see you now.
Bye.
See you next week. Bye. That Mike Celestino. Love that guy. All right. What else we got, Kyle?
So Benji wrote another article yesterday. He sitting on a ship, writing all sorts of articles, apparently. He was pondering what Disney could do with its cable channels, because I don't know if you heard, but Comcast is planning to spin off some of their cable networks. And so he looks at whether that's a viable option for Disney. Granted, like, you have like the Disney Channel. I don't know who would want the Disney Channel without Disney. You also have Freeform, things like that. So yeah, he kind of dives into those and give some ideas.
Now that Ben's been writing more, which is a wonderful thing, we need to do something about this.
That's him.
Yeah, especially since it was his edict that everyone.
We have to like incremental. He was fanboy, and then he was like fake Ben name, and then now he's real Ben. He's got his real name, so now we're gonna add a real photo. He's gonna come into his own
and a little description. I think we can probably do that for him, and he would neither care nor notice.
So it's gonna be him with a tiny toilet.
The fun stuff.
Dude, I had it. Did I kill it? You idiot. Right. For the first fun stuff, what is that? Vamp, Kyle.
Okay. I need to do something too, but we're gonna can I go to the first story? Is that what vamping is? Or
that works.
Okay. So Mickey, as you know, Disney's hosting the Ultimate Toy Drive, getting toys for Tots, and now they've launched a Track Mickey thing that you can use. You can see where Mickey's been. He's visiting all sorts of places, from New York to Paris to the cruise line. So it's not a live tracker, not like the Santa tracker, but you can see where he's been. And just as a reminder, you can give new unwrapped toys in person at drop-off locations that you can see the details of online. Those will be good through December 13th. We'll be able to collect those, or up until Christmas Eve, you can still donate toys online by going to disneystore.com/toydrive.
And we mentioned this earlier, and I have finally gotten it ready. Didn't I? Oh my gosh, Doobie. How incompetent are you? Sorry, everybody. There it is. Okay. So I did not get to see this because I was doing it, and I am anxious to see exactly what happens here.
Spin that wheel of time. Good riddance. But also, thank you.
Do you think there's
Spin that wheel of time.
That wasn't
good riddance. But also, thank you. Spin that wheel of time. Good riddance. But also, thank you.
It keeps going for a while. Okay,
good
we're
riddance.
Good.
But
We're
also,
good. That's enough slices.
So for us, it looked totally normal, and then all of a sudden, people in the chat are like, why so much food?
Like, I understood twice. I was like, okay, he's just vamping. He's like, oh, but yeah. Then I was just like, it's still going.
All right. Yeah, one more story here that I'm going to skip because
and then at some point you even like then the rest of the stuff disappeared. And we got those like gray icons, and Tony was still there, just haunting us. So yeah, it was quite the experience to do live.
Oh yeah, there it is. There's Cher.
And then you finally came back, and then you started playing it again, and that was.
I had to play it again, I think, to make it go away.
Good riddance. But also, thank you.
That's what they say.
Okay. Disney Trivia Live. If you're not watching every Tuesday, Saturday, 7:30 p.m. Pacific, you're smarter than everybody else. All right, we have one more story here, but I completely forgot to note it, so we'll save that for tomorrow.
Sounds good. So then in that case, it's time for
the portion of the show where Kyle shows off his Disney knowledge by telling you exactly what happened.
the portion of the show where I need to scroll up before you undo it,
Before
which is why I'm like...
That's true. Can you see when I highlight it?
I don't know. I scrolled up.
Yeah, you can even see when I highlight it. All right. On this day in 1992, a movie debuted. A miserly man cold and grim, they spirits who came after him. Through a song and a tear, he found holiday cheer, and the joy of the season grew dim to brim. Really?
1992?
1992.
Oh, so is it? So is it Muppets Christmas Carol?
It is Muppets Christmas Carol.
Okay.
Very good. I was a little worried about you there.
Whew, yeah, I was worried too. One of my favorites, and I was just like, "What?"
I've never seen this movie. I hear
what?
Yeah.
Doobie. Okay, we have so many watch-alongs we need to do. We need to do a watch-along of Muppets Christmas Carol this holiday season, which is in like we have 2 weeks. We gotta do that.
All right, I'll put it on the list. We should. That should be one of our things, is to do a watch-along for our members
over on our Discord.
Not for our members, with our members, for sure. Okay, one more.
Okay.
On this day in 2009, this one's rather simple. Don't interrupt, though. Let me get through my limerick. I worked hard on this.
Okay.
The bayou where dreams intertwine, a waitress seeks stars that align. With a prince turned to green, a new hope is seen. Through a kiss, their fates redefine.
That was the movie formerly known as The Frog Princess, later retitled The Princess and the Frog, starring Tiana, who was formerly known as Maddie.
Yes, and this trailer could actually... There we go. There's our froggy. All right. Way to go.
One of the last hand-drawn animation. Pooh Bear came later.
You said one of, not the. Ooh,
it was the last at the time.
Saturday night watch-along. It could happen. Maybe so.
Yeah, because that's right. Because there's no trivia.
No trivia.
But she'll be around. So that's
a
good excuse to do it.
All right. Anything else, Kyle? 10:09.
Let me check the Disney. They dropped big news at right before we came on, so I don't anticipate them doing more. That's usually how it works. But no, I don't see anything there.
All right.
We you can make sure you check out our live blog for all of the treasure stuff still coming out. And let me see if there's anything else happening. Ooh, Doobie, there's another Emmy nomination thing tomorrow. How many Emmys must there be?
Which one is this?
This one's Cafe, which I think is the children and family entertainment. So this is one that we actually care about. It's one of the bigger ones. It's also like new. But yeah, I've sent you forwarded some of those emails, right? About anytime we get an Emmy thing. I'm like, another one?
There's so many. It's ridiculous.
How Everybody many Emmys has Nikki B won an Emmy before?
I hope so. Have you, Nikki B? I wonder. She may have.
I mean, your network, your station probably has. I would think you could win an Emmy for your dynamite editing.
Northwest News and Entertainment coverage, maybe?
Yeah.
Right.
It seems viable.
I think that's it for today. We don't have any other shows today. Who's the Boss is happening tomorrow this week. So we'll be back 9:30 a.m. tomorrow morning.
And I think I'll be quizzing you on this day in Disney history tomorrow.
That's right. Yeah, we're spreading the cheer of prepping the show. So Kyle has prep duty tonight.
Spread your golden wings.
And I'm hoping, Tony, I don't know if you're working tomorrow, but if you are, I would love to have you on because you're a good weekly guest. yeah, that's it. We'll see you tomorrow, 9:30 a.m. Pacific. Bye, everybody.
Bye.